Good evening and welcome to NEWSBREAK Live. I'm Hiba Sama. Thanks so much for joining us. A project that is bringing smoother roads to the city may impact your commute this week. Beginning tomorrow on Thursday, streets west of Palos Verdes Boulevard between Carson Street and Torrance Boulevard from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. will be affected. Tomorrow, Howard Avenue, Carson Street, Ruby Place, and Red Beam Avenue will be closed to traffic and parking will not be allowed. Then this Thursday, Pearl Street, Mildred Avenue, Ruby Street, Scannell Avenue, and Linda Drive will also be closed and parking is prohibited. These closures are due to the annual Slurry Seal project. A member of the Torrance Fire Department is celebrated for his service. Torrance firefighter and paramedic Tad Friedman was celebrated by fellow colleagues, family, and friends for more than 33 years of service at Fire Station 1 today. Friedman started his journey at the Torrance Fire Department in 1986 as a recruit, then went to paramedic school in 1987. He says they used to get 5,000 calls a year in the 80s and now get 16,000 calls on average. He wore different hats and was also a public education officer for the department, teaching people on topics such as disaster preparedness. His colleagues say he took that role to the next level. Friedman says he will miss serving the community and being with his fire family.
I really am. The men and women that I've served with has been an honor. You know, and just me personally, with the team that I work with, we've been on over 20,000 calls. That's delivering babies to something as cliche as getting birds and cats down out of trees, to putting out house fires. I'm going to miss that.
Tad is definitely one of a kind. He's extremely passionate about his job and has loved every second of his career. I've had the opportunity to work with him at Station 2 for a while now. I've known him for, my 20 years with the fire department. He's one of the only guys I can say honestly, he comes to work every single day, smile on his face, ready to go, just looking forward to making a difference in anyone's life that he possibly can.
Friedman says everything good in his life came from the fire service, such as meeting his wife on the job when he was a cook at the fire station. He met her when she was a cashier at the grocery store he shopped at. He recently received the 2019 Firefighter of the Year award at the annual Torrance Fire Department Appreciation and Awards Luncheon. The Torrance Beer Run is underway. The first event of its kind is taking place now through this Sunday. It's in conjunction with Los Angeles Beer Week. You can enjoy visiting each of the 11 breweries in Torrance. At each location, make sure to get your card stamped. And once your card is complete, you may be lucky enough to pick up a Torrance Beer Run shirt at Hop State and Smog City. Los Angeles Beer Week was founded in 2009 by a group of dedicated beer enthusiasts and community members. You could stop by the Del Amo Fashion Center and play detective. The escape room hype is now at the mall as Back in Time is open at the lower level between JCPenney and Joann's Fabrics. The private agency has escape rooms with the purpose of altering history, solving mysteries, and recovering treasure. They have developed portals that allow agents to travel back in time. The portals are only active for 60 minutes, and you and your team will have that much of a window to complete your given mission and return before you become a permanent part of history. At the Torrance location, you can book the story of the legend of Billy the Kid. You can head to backintimeescaperooms.com for more information. And speaking of Del Amo, starting this weekend, they're bringing back an experience for children. A trackless train was recently approved by the Torrance Planning Commission to operate in the outdoor village wing of the Del Amo Fashion Center. The 40-foot-long train will play children's music and can accommodate 15 to 20 riders. The Torrance South Bay YMCA is looking for local families to host some visitors. YMCA staff and youth from Nagoya, Japan are visiting the Torrance South Bay YMCA in July. Local officials say they're looking for families to host the visitors in their home from July 30th through August 11th. This is the first time in 5 years since they're coming back to the United States. They'll learn about the American culture, visit local places, and attend resident camp. The partnership evolved since the Los Angeles YMCA became sister cities with Nagoya, Japan. Now, if you're interested in hosting, you can contact Sharon Dropka at 310-602-4884. Now let's get to the weather. With the heat wave gone, the clouds are bringing some gloom into the area. Today there was a high of 70 degrees. Tomorrow there will be a high of 68 degrees, an expected low of 62. Then on Thursday a high of 69 degrees with a low of 63. This week at the Torrance Certified Farmers Market, a new vendor is making its debut. Feel Good Salsa is bringing its spicy touch to the market. Locally sourced, they offer mole verde, peachy pico de gallo, cashew cilantro dip, 4-layer bean dip, and much more to satisfy your taste buds. The family-owned business was started by immigrants, and their mission is to give back to the community. Their business is also eco-friendly. Their signature roasted Feel Good Salsa is made with the freshest ingredients. They hope customers can enjoy the authentic flavors of Mexico in their products. The market is open rain or shine Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. A local fast food chain is offering free tacos, and it's only for today. Anyone can go to Taco Bell from 2 to 6 p.m. and indulge in a free taco. Despite the Golden State Warriors losing the NBA Finals, their Game 2 of the Finals win activated Taco Bell's Steal a Game, Steal a Taco promotion. Many people today are indulging in tasty sushi rolls more than usual. June 18th marks International Sushi Day, and it was first celebrated in 2009. It was created to encourage people around the world to eat and love sushi. Interesting fact, Southeast Asians developed the original type of sushi, which was fish wrapped in sour fermented rice. Then the dish spread to China before reaching Japan. There are dozens of delicious local sushi spots right here in Torrance. Raw Sushi Bar and Restaurant is offering 2 for 1 Viva Las Vegas rolls all day and only today. A local grocery store recalled a product across 19 states. The Sprouts Farmers Market chain is pulling its conventional and organic frozen spinach manufactured by National Frozen Foods of Oregon due to listeria concerns. A test shows the bacteria in the product. Consumers are being urged to check their homes for the recalled Sprouts brand frozen spinach. Don't eat the recalled spinach, and anything used to store or prepare it should be thrown away. The spinach is called Sprouts Frozen Cut Leaf Spinach in 16-ounce plastic bags. The UPC number is 874-875-00982. No illnesses have been reported. The city of Torrance has a Sprouts located in the Vista Plaza on Pacific Coast Highway. Now let's get to events. The Katie Geiser Civic Center Library is calling all readers to kick off summer reading with a free event. It starts at 4 p.m. Then don't forget, this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Torrance Cultural Arts Foundation is hosting its annual South Bay Festival of the Arts from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. It takes place across 3 stages at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center. Well, in just 2 minutes, Marcos Fromer, the corporate communications manager from Honda North America, is going to talk about the company celebrating 60 years. We'll be back in just a few.
Awkward. Do I look familiar? I should. You might remember me from here. Here. Or maybe even here.
But an awkward silence can be a great thing.
It can actually be a perfect moment to reach out to a friend and ask if they're okay if they seem down.
It doesn't matter how you say it.
You all right?
Everything's okay?
All G?
You all right, girl?
Oh,
You cool?
you bugging dog.
Just show you're there for them.
Go on, Kelly. Seize the awkward.
Hey, you haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
They said I couldn't drink. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back to the second half of NewsBreak Live. Joining me is Marcus Fromer, who's the Corporate Communications Manager for Honda North America. Thanks so much for joining me this evening.
Thanks for having me.
This is a very special time for American Honda as your team is celebrating 60 years in the United States. Talk to me about reaching this big milestone.
Sure. Well, you know, it's not a silver or a golden anniversary, but it's still significant, 60 years. We're really excited to be celebrating. We had a little celebration on our campus last week with our CEO and associates, and we're just really grateful for all our customers who've made us a household name over the years, and for Torrance for being such a great host to us over all these years as well.
Tell our viewers about Honda's journey since it first started and what the company is today.
Sure. Well, some people may know that we started right here in the LA area at 4077 West Pico Boulevard in Los Angeles. It's a little storefront. That little storefront is still there today. You can go see it. It is actually now an acupuncture clinic. But back then, that's where we started. We actually had just 8 associates,
Wow.
selling motorcycles. We imported and we sold motorcycles out of the back of a Chevy pickup truck. We didn't have any distribution back then. That was the way we'd go around and see if distributors wanted to sell our motorcycles. And within just 10 years, Honda became the top-selling motorcycle brand in the United States. And in the late 60s, we began selling motorcycles. And then by the 90s, we were producing vehicles in the United States. And today we sell 1.2 million vehicles annually, and nearly 2/3 of them are made right here in the United States where we sell them.
That's amazing, and most people probably don't know. They think of Honda as a car brand, but you guys do still have your motorcycle aspect as part of the company, and that's how it all started.
That is how it all started. We sold some small displacement motorcycles, a very famous one called the Nifty Thrifty 50. It's a 50cc motorcycle. And that motorcycle really put us on the map. We became a part of the fabric of American pop culture when the Beach Boys immortalized our motorcycle in their song, Little Honda.
Amazing. And Honda is such a big part of the city of Torrance due to its headquarters located right here for many people who don't know. So tell me how the headquarters came to Torrance.
Sure. Well, we kept on growing and we eventually moved out of West Pico and then to Gardena. And in the 80s, we were becoming very successful and we knew we needed a larger campus. That's when we came to Torrance. There was a large brownfield site that had been sitting vacant. It had been contaminated, and Honda said, you know what, we'll clean it up and we will build our campus there. We'll make it our home. And that's where we are today. We opened in 1994.
And I'm sure since that day, the campus has grown. Talk to me a little bit about that. What happens at the Honda campus here in Torrance?
Sure. Well, it's a beautiful place to work. I can tell you it's 101 acres. We do have our U.S. sales headquarters. We have 2 R&D facilities. We have a parts center. It's a really great place. It's beautifully landscaped. I would point out that we water all of our beautiful landscape with reclaimed water. So it's really a wonderful place, and we continue to invest in the campus. Just this past year, we put in solar panels that provide about 1/3 of the power for our campus, and we have workplace charging for our associates who drive electric vehicles.
And we're going to talk a little bit more about the carbon footprint and everything Honda's been doing over the years. But tell me, you mentioned a little bit about how your associates celebrated just last week the big milestone. How has it what other ways has Honda celebrated? Because that's not it. You guys have been doing events throughout the month.
Yeah, well, to start with, I mentioned that we used to sell motorcycles out of a Chevy truck back in the early 60s. And so for our 60th anniversary, we found a Chevy Apache 10 pickup truck, and we had it restored to look like a famous photo that shows that truck in front of our original location with 2 motorcycles in the back. We took the restored truck and our CEO drove it up to an associate celebration, honking the horn. It was a pretty exciting moment for everyone. And through the rest of this year, we'll be doing some enthusiast events with those who are excited about different products like the Civic, just to say thank you and to let our customers know that because of them, we are Honda, a well-known brand today. And
Honda, their mission is, a big mission of the company is philanthropy work. So this past Saturday, associates were actually at the Madrona Marsh Preserve. Talk to me about that event.
Yeah, that's right. So it's part of Honda's National Week of Service. Each year, about 20,000 Honda associates nationwide and about 1,000 here in Southern California participate in volunteer service projects. So we were at the Madrona Marsh helping to restore it. We also staffed a food bank and packed backpacks with food. We like to give back. We feel very strongly about giving back to the communities where we work and live, and we especially feel strongly about being involved in Torrance. So we're very excited that so many associates came out to volunteer, and you probably saw some of us with our red shirts on.
And Honda, of course, has fostered long-time partnership with local hospitals right here in the city as well.
That's right. We are very proud to partner with Torrance Memorial and Providence Little Company Mary. The medical centers are terrific partners. They are doing fantastic work in the Torrance community, and we want to support that. So we've been involved over the years, raising money and participating in any way we can to help out.
Now, 60 years of history in the United States is a long time, but talk to me a little bit more about how Honda has grown in operations over the years from the first car, which is the Honda Accord, am I right?
Well, actually, our first car was a little diminutive car called the N600.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it started in the 1960s. We probably didn't sell very many of them, but the car that really put us on the map was the Civic CVCC that came out in the early 70s. Keep in mind that this was a time when America was facing an oil crisis, and many cars at that time were using a lot of gas. Our car used just a little bit of gas, and so it became very popular. And it also was at a time when the U.S. was passing stricter emissions regulations, and Honda's Civic CVCC passed these federal regulations without the need for a catalytic converter. So it was a clean car, easy on the gas, fun to drive. And then, of course, the Accord came out. That also helped secure our spot as a major manufacturer. And now we build a full lineup of cars and SUVs. Even today in the United States, we're continuing to expand our product lineup. Not here in Torrance, but we do build Honda Jet in the United States. It's a 6-passenger light jet.
Oh, wow.
Built in North Carolina.
That's amazing. And there are 75 United States facilities. That's such a big accomplishment.
Yeah, we have invested over $21 billion in 75 U.S. facilities. I mentioned our sales headquarters here in the U.S. We have a design studio right here in Torrance where all Acuras built and sold in the United States are designed. We have an advanced design studio in downtown LA. We have part centers. We have our finance company here as well. So we have invested a great deal here in Southern California and across the United States.
Now, what's yet to come? What are some goals Honda wants to meet for the future? And I know this has a big part to do with reducing carbon footprint.
Sure. Well, ultimately, our goal is always to create products that make our customers' lives better. And a big part of that is our goal to be a carbon-free society. We recognize that carbon and global warming is the major issue of our day, and we want to do our part to help address it. So first of all, we're developing cars that are low emission or zero emission vehicles. We're making efforts to reduce carbon from our facilities as well. And so that's very important to us. Our other big goal is to create a collision-free society. So eventually, we hope that one day there will be no more traffic accidents or fatalities. And we're taking steps in that direction by creating connected and autonomous vehicles that will be able to communicate with all road users to reduce and hopefully one day eliminate all traffic fatalities.
Wow, and as Honda continues to grow, is there anything else you'd like to add about celebrating 60 years here in the United States?
Well, again, you know, we're just really grateful to our customers. That's who we want to thank. That's who've made us a household name. We've been welcomed into this country. We feel part of the United States. We feel part of the fabric of the communities where we work and live, especially here in Torrance. And we're really grateful to the city of Torrance. Always been welcoming. You know, I attend a number of events in Torrance, and it's a great community to live and work in, and we're just really pleased to be here and be part of Torrance.
Well, Marcos, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Well, that does it for NewsBreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any portion of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page. Torrance City Council has the night off. Have a great night.